Hey house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother Canada updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Wilson Matthias. Woo! Thank you so much for your support. You're awesome. And I'm gonna warn you guys right now, this is just one of those days where I'm gonna be laughing uncontrollably. Okay, we got a lot of good stuff to talk about, but if you want to stop it, if you want to be house guest of the day, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. Okay, so remember how I said yesterday that Jackie was like working on this study sheet, like this cheat sheet, so that she would know when certain events happen throughout the season? She was using like freaking macaroni and like little pasta pieces and stuff. That's what I love Canada, but like one of the words that I just cannot get down with is pasta. I'm just so used to pasta. I love against, but pasta I can't do. Anyway, that was a real tangent. So Jackie started showing off her cheat sheet to people, and she's explaining like the raisins are for evictions because they're gross, and then the straight spaghetti is for when nothing happens because it's just plain, and blah blah blah. She's going through it. So Bruno and Netta are just like pretending that they haven't been paying attention to the days at all or studying. Come on guys, we see you freaking studying every day. But anyway, we're gonna come back to that. Just keep that in your mind that Jackie has been showing off that pasta cheat sheet. Alright, so then Netta and Emily cleared the air because they had some drama the other day at that alcohol party that we didn't get to see, that grown-up party. But first, Cindy had also been upset about something with Netta at that party. Apparently they had some sort of like roast, or as they were calling it, insult corner, and I guess Netta said something about Cindy that she did not like. So Cindy was like, I just want to say, like, there was something you said the other day at the insult corner, and it didn't really hurt me at first, but then like a little while later I realized that it was really bothering me. So Netta's like, I'm so sorry. She apologized. They're all good, supposedly. So then Emily comes outside to smoke, and Netta's like, you know what, it was like a flip-flop, but Netta's like, I didn't really like when you made that comment about how you have morals the other day, and you kind of like implied that I don't, and Emily's like, no, it wasn't like that at all, it wasn't directed at you at all. So then Emily's talking about the Dylan situation and how there's no way she's gonna kiss him or share a bed with him because he has a girlfriend on the outside, and Netta's like, I totally get it. Because, you know, if you saw season 2, you saw what happened with her and John, right? He had a girlfriend at the time, too. So she's like, I totally get it. It's fine. So then they start talking some game. It seems like everything's kind of back to normal, but something tells me Netta may forgive, but she'll never forget. So they're talking about the twist, talking about Gary going home this week, blah, blah, blah. Swap out Emily for Dimitri's, and Dimitri says to Netta, like, psh, that Emily, she is sketch city, and Netta is like 100%. So yeah, the trust is kind of like not where it once was, but at the same time, she's not gonna say like, oh, Emily's amazing to Dimitri's, because Dimitri's doesn't know about that Black and Saints alliance. She doesn't want him to know how close she is with Emily and Dylan. So Dimitri's like, yeah, I caught Emily eavesdropping the other day, and Netta brings up how Emily is saying that she trusts Jackie. She's like, what's going on there? And then, speaking of Jackie, Netta tells him about Jackie's cheat sheet. You know that info is going to be spreading around the house. Alright, so Cindy also saw the cheat sheet in person, so she was telling Ika about it. And Ika's like, I want to find it and destroy it. So then Netta tells Ika, I saw it in person. She's got it in this little Crest White Strips box. You got to find that shit. So Ika's like, I'm on it. I am Dora the Exploring it. I'm getting it. So Ika ends up finding the box in the pink bedroom. It was under Jackie's bed. She opens that crap up. She starts ripping up the paper towel with the little macaronis glued on it. She puts it back in the box. She's even freaking breaking all of the pasta pieces. It's really sad, but she is like shredding this cheat sheet up. Ika shredding. So as she's doing it, she's like, F you, Jackie, make another one, and when you do, I'll rip that one up as well. So then she puts the box back under Jackie's bed. Fast forward a little bit. Oh wait, no, sorry, we're not there yet. Ika tells Dre that she ripped it up, and Dre is like, "You're like in the Bad Girls Club. You didn't just like tear it, you freaking shredded that." And whenever I hear Bad Girls Club, I just think of pop off. Pop off. All right, so then Ika tells Bruno and Dimitri's. Everybody thinks it's hilarious. Now, a little while later, Jackie is getting ready to study with Kevin, and she wants to consult the cheat sheet. So she goes on her bed, and she opens up the box, and she's like, Ika did this! Like, she has a really strong feeling it was probably Ika. Kevin is freaking laughing his ass off. He's like, "I'm sorry, it's not funny, but it is hilarious." But he also says that was vicious. So Jackie's trying to put the pieces together here. Not only the pieces of the cheat sheet, but like, you know, metaphorically or whatever, the pieces. She's like, "I only had it out around a few people. You know, I showed you, I showed Bruno, Netta, Dylan, and Cindy. So somebody must have told Ika about it." So she's trying to figure that out. They start putting together a new cheat sheet under the flap of her makeup case. I guess it's allowed in Big Brother Canada as long as you don't write words. Because I remember Kelsey got her sheet taken away last year. But I guess because she's just using pasta, it's okay. So then, yeah, they start making a new one. Her makeup case is a little bit busted, so she, like, can get in there and hide it. So, yeah, she says, "This one is just for me and you, Kevin, and maybe Bruno." Come on, you know she's going to end up telling everyone again. So then Jackie and Emily were talking about the busted cheat sheet, and guess what? She meant to mention that she was making a new one. Alright, so she's trying to figure out who told Ika, and they think it was probably Cindy. Jackie thinks that she saw Cindy and Ika talking together. That's probably when the information was exchanged. And whoa, brain blast, Emily asks, "Do you think that Ika and Cindy are working together?" You think? And then Jackie adds, "Do you think Netta's working with them too?" Where were you guys the first week when they were like inseparable? Or actually that was the second week. So like who even knows what was going on in the feeds the first week? But yeah, I think they're working together. So then Emily's suggesting, you know, if one of us wins HOH, we should probably put up Ika and Dre together, separate them. And this is exactly what Ika has been asking the Six to push to Emily and Dylan, because she doesn't want to be up on the block with Dimitri's, and she figures like there's no way that they're not going to put me up. So she's trying to make it so that she's up with Dre instead of Dimitri's, and it looks like it's working at this point. So then Ika and Gary were chatting. First they were out by the hot tub, then they moved it to one of the bedrooms, and Ika was not in a good mood yesterday. She had her fun with the shredding, but at the same time she was like, "I'm tired of all these fake bitches." She calls out Jackie, Emily, and Netta. So then she tells Gary, Netta and Emily have already made up after they were talking so much crap about each other all day. And I have to say, Ika's always talking about how she hates fake people, but I've seen her be pretty fake to a lot of people's faces. But anyway, Gary's like, "Do you know what Dimitri's is thinking at this point for the vote?" And he's saying, like, "I feel like we had a really good conversation. Have you heard anything about it?" And Ika's like, "Yeah, he said that you made really good points. And if I was HOH, I would keep you. But who knows what he's going to do." She says that she doesn't really get to talk to him that much except for at night because people are always busting in, like Cindy. So Gary is feeling, like, okay at this point. He is nervous, though, that Netta is going to get in Dimitri's head and turn him against him. But, like, he doesn't realize it's not looking good at this point. So, a little while later, Karen joins Gary and Ika in the bedroom. And, like, the only thing that I really feel like needs to be mentioned here, Karen made some sort of joke about having a GPS in her uterus. Oh, my God. What? Karen says the darndest things. It's amazing. Alright, so then Bruno and Kevin were strategizing out by the hot tub. They say, of course, like, "I'm loyal to you the most." And then they're also loyal to Cindy because they have that season 3 alliance. But anyway, they feel like Dylan and Emily are also locked and loaded, ready for them. ready to fight for them. So Kevin is like, you know what, maybe we should throw this next HOH to them if possible, and then they can do our dirty work for us. And Bruno's like, yeah, absolutely, man. They're feeling really good at this point, and they're kind of thinking that it would be better for them for Gary to stay this week because he would be able to take out Netta for them. You know, they're not against Netta, but they're excited for when her immunity is up because, like, if somebody else takes her out, oh well. So they're kind of wishing that Gary would be around for that, to do it for them. But at the same time, they're like, it would be too weird for us to campaign for Gary right now. It would be incredibly obvious what was going on. So I think they're pretty much, you know, resigned to Gary leaving. But anyway, Ika and Demetrius have a strategy chat. They're realizing they are screwed with the 6. The 6 is pretty much over. They've noticed that Netta, Bruno, and Kevin have gotten really, really close with Emily and Dylan. And yeah, and they're going to be the new targets once Gary goes. Maybe you should keep Gary. But Ika is starting to regret getting rid of Dallas and Cass because they would not have gone against them. You know, they would have been loyal, and they're like, oh shit, did we screw ourselves? But they're feeling like it's best for them to keep Dre this week because they're worried if they were to get rid of Dre that they would also lose William, and they can't be losing any more numbers right now if they ever want any hope of going up against their former alliance. It's like former now. Alright, so today, Bruno and Demetrius, little hot tub chat. They usually chat in the morning, like most mornings out by the hot tub. So they're talking about how pissed Ika was yesterday, and they're glad that they're on her side, so they're not facing Ika's wrath. But Demetrius did get a little taste of that the other day, but Demetrius is like, we're gonna have to put her on a chain. No. But Demetrius is worried that he's going to end up on the block next to her, you know, guilty by association. We see that all the time on this show. So Bruno is saying, don't worry, man. I've been working on Emily and Dylan so that they will keep you off the block. You know, I've been trying to tell them it would be better to put up Ika and Dre. So Demetrius is like, yeah, that's great. But he's worried because Jackie is getting super close with Emily and Dylan now. And who knows what she's going to do. So Bruno's like, yeah, I'm going to have to check out what's going on there. Alright, so then Ika and Dre were chatting in the bathroom today. And Ika lets her know that Bruno has been saying that he would put up Dre and William if he wins HOH, and she's like, uh-oh. But at the same time, they're not that worried because they don't think that Kevin and Bruno are even going to go for HOH. They're feeling super comfortable, and they're not the types of players that are going to win competitions unless they feel like they have to. So they're not that worried about that, but Ika's like, Dre, if you win HOH, you need to put up Kevin and Bruno. They're not expecting it right now, and it would be badass. So then Netta was having a game chat with herself. But you know what? I appreciated it because she was telling the live feeders what she was thinking. That's always fun. So she says that she trusts Bruno the most, and I gotta say, Bruno's in a really good spot right now, even though he does have Dre and like William coming after him. Excuse me. I think he's in a really good spot. That's good compared to other people who've got like half the house coming after them. So Netta also decides she wants William gone before Dre. Originally she was saying Gary this week, Dre next week, but now she's realizing William is better at competitions, and if Dre is still in the house, Jackie and Dre will continue to target each other as long as they're not buddying up again, right? So then she also apologizes to the viewers for getting rid of all the entertaining people. Girl, it better be worth it. Alright, so then Cindy had an interesting discussion with Bruno. She was telling him about a conversation that she had with Ika, and she was like, Ika told me that Netta has been trash-talking me. There is definitely a rift developing between Cindy and Netta, and Ika is just like nailing that hammer in there deeper. So she's like, she's saying that Netta told Demetrius that Cindy threw the HOH competition. And then, if that wasn't bad enough, she also threw in, I only talk about myself, and I'm annoying. Ooh, that must hurt to hear. But Bruno's like, don't worry, Cindy, we've got your back. It's all good. Season 3. Woo! Alright, so tomorrow night is the eviction and the end of Backwards week. As of right now, it's looking like it's going to be Gary going home. But you never know what could happen. You never know if maybe like Big Brother will step in and be like, Gary's staying. We'll see. Maybe he's going home. I don't know. But leave it in the comments what you guys think. And until tomorrow, much love.